Okay, well, thank you very much mga kababayan, mga kaibigan, at saka mga iba-ibang mga tao who is participating dito po sa programa natin NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico. And today is April 17 na po, and we are still nandito pa rin tayo sa Holy Week, no? We are trying to make this week as holy as possible because we are observing Holy Week observance this week. Today is Holy Thursday, and may mga Eucharistic celebration po sa mga diferente, sabihin natin, churches, Roman Catholic churches dito po sa Malaysia, sa Kuala Lumpur, and other states in Kuala Lumpur, especially dyan po sa East Malaysia, which we have two states sa East Malaysia, that is Sabah and Sarawak. Si Nico Fabian once again would like to invite you or inviting you to be with me today dito po sa programa natin NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico. Today po we will be discussing mag-focus natin we are going to focus our program today giving a tribute to a national artist dyan sa Pilipinas, Filipino national artist po who passed away last night or yesterday po, April 16, at the age of 71, and she was very famous po, no, during the 70s, 80s, 90s, and even during the 20s, starting 20, year 2000 po, no? So, I'm referring to no other than the late Nora Aunor, no? Sa generation namin, I am pretty sure that a lot of us knows Nora Aunor, especially yon na mga movies niya, si Pete and Guy. In other words, si Nora Aunor and Teresa Cruz III, and nandyan din po during her time si Vilma Santos and Edgar Mortiz. Now, during those days, ang mga youngsters really appreciated ang mga movies ni Nora Aunor, no? Ni Nora Aunor tandem with the Teresa Cruz III. And for your information, and I'm very sad also to hear that wala na po si Nora Aunor po. She passed away yesterday, April 16. And I will be sharing with you some footages, video clips of Nora Aunor as a tribute to her for what she has she left her legacy dito po sa Pilipinas. But anyway, to start our program, I would like to say good afternoon, good evening, and magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Salamat patang and salamat malam wherever you are, mga Filipinos dito sa Malaysia, dyan sa Sabah, sa Sarawak, sa mga Filipinos overseas po sa labas ng Pilipinas, and of course ang mga kababayan natin po dyan sa Pilipinas. And I will be touching a little bit on the updates regarding ang election sa Pilipinas, and of course ang anong mga updates ni Tatay Digong po dyan sa Netherlands later on. But to start with our program, I want to share with you po ang announcement na namatay na po si Nora Aunor. And nandito po a news article coming from the Philippine Star dyan po sa Manila. Ang title nila po is A Gift to the Filipino Nation. Marcos offers condolences to Nora Aunor's family. And yes, I will read to you itong news article po, no? Which I suppose many of us, those who just heard about the passing of Nora Aunor, would like to know ano talaga nangyari. So this is it. Here is the news of the death of national artist Nora Aunor. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. on Thursday or today extended his condolences to the family of veteran actress Nora Aunor following her passing. Nora, a national artist, died at 71 years old. Her family confirmed on Wednesday night. I joined the nation in the mourning the passing of a national artist for film, Nora Aunor, or Nora Cabaltera Villamayor, in real life. Throughout her splendid career that spanned more than 50 years, she was our consummate actress, singer, and film producer, Marcos said in a statement. Yun po, si Nora Aunor is not only an actress, no? Very well loved by the followers ni Nora Aunor, but she's also a singer. She's a singer and a film producer. Marcos lauded Nora's filmography, enumerating films such as Banawe, Bona, Tatlong Taong Walang Diyos, Himalaya, Thy Womb, and The Floor Contemplation Story. Yun po ang mga sine naging popular si Nora Aunor. She has won national and international awards for her performances. Her golden voice was a balm for all. Her genius was a gift to the Filipino nation. Sabi ni Marcos, I offer my heartfelt condolences to Nora Aunor's family, friends, and the film industry itself. Let us pray together for the eternal repose of the soul of our beloved national artist. Nora has expressed support for Marcos and Vice President Sara Duterte during the 2022 national election. The National Commission for Culture and Arts has already announced a state necrological services and the funeral for the veteran actress. For your information po, because dahil Nora Aunor has been proclaimed as a national artist, so all ang mga burial expenses niya po will be shouldered by the government. Shouldered by the government. And this time around, I want to share with you itong video clip that I have prepared para sa inyong lahat po. And I managed to record it. Diyan po sa, I got it from the mainstream media po, diyan sa Manila. And I would like to share this video clip sa inyong lahat, ang mga followers ko po dito sa NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico. And dito po, let's watch and listen to this video clip ni Nora Aunor.
Sa bawat pelikula, may bida. Sa bawat kanta, may tinig. At sa puso ng bawat Pilipino, may isang Nora Aunor. Ngayong araw, pumanaw na ang superstar ng Pilipinas na si Nora Aunor sa edad
April
na
16 yan po,
Sa
ngayong
loob ng
araw.
mahigit 50 taon, hindi lang siya basta artista, isa siyang simbolo ng talento, tiyaga, at tagumpay. Mula sa simpleng buhay, naging idolo siya ng maraming Pilipino. Pero paano nga ba nagsimula ang kwento ni Nora Aunor? Paano siya umangat mula sa hirap? Anong mga pagsubok ang pinagdaanan niya? At ano nga ba ang dahilan ng kanyang pagpanaw? Ngayong wala na siya, balikan natin ang kanyang buhay. Kilalanin natin ang tunay na Nora Aunor, ang babae sa likod ng mga pelikula, kanta at tagumpay. Si Nora Aunor ay ipinanganak bilang Nora Cabaltera Villamayor noong May 21, 1953 sa Iriga, Camarines Sur. Isa siyang tunay na probinsyana. Lumaki siya sa isang simpleng pamilya. Ang nanay niya ay labandera, at ang tatay niya ay nagtatrabaho sa riles ng tren bilang kartero. Bata pa lang si Nora, hilig na niya ang pagkanta, pero dahil sa kahirapan, hindi siya nakabili ng mga laruan o magagarang gamit. Sa halip, tinutulungan niya ang pamilya niya sa pamamagitan ng pagtitinda ng tubig, kakanin, at kung ano-ano pa sa palengke. Minsan, kumakanta pa siya sa plaza at palengke kapalit ng ilang barya. Wala siyang formal na training sa pagkanta, pero gifted talaga ang kanyang boses. Malinis, malinaw, at punong-puno ng damdamin. Kaya nang sumali siya sa tawag ng tanghalan noong 1967, kahit maliit siya at maitim, walang masyadong makeup at simpleng-simple ang itsura, nanalo siya. Doon nagsimula ang lahat. Hindi kagandahan sa paningin ng iba si Nora noon kung ikukumpara sa mga artista, pero mas pinili siya ng masa. Dahil hindi lang niya sila kinatawan, para sa kanila, isa siya sa kanila, isang simpleng tao na may pangarap. Sa edad na 14, nagsimula na siyang sumikat. Naimbitahan siyang kumanta sa mga programa sa TV at radio. Sumunod na dito ang una niyang mga kanta na naging patok at di kalaunan, napasok na rin siya sa mundo ng pelikula. Mula sa isang batang tindera sa Iriga, naging pambansang bituin. Mula sa palengke, dumiretso sa entablado at sinihan. Pagkatapos niyang manalo sa tawag ng tanghalan, tuloy-tuloy na ang pag-angat ni Nora Aunor. Mula sa pagkanta, pumasok na rin siya sa paggawa ng pelikula. Noong dekada 70, unti-unti na siyang kinilala bilang isa sa pinaka-importanteng artista sa Pilipinas. Pero ang totoo, hindi naging madali ang pagsikat niya. Maraming duda sa kanya noong una. Maliit, morena, at hindi ang typical na itsura ng artista. Pero lahat ng iyan ay pinatunayan niyang hindi hadlang sa kanyang natural na galing sa pag-arte. Unti-unti niyang nakuha ang loob ng masa. Nagsimula siyang makilala sa mga pelikulang love story, lalo na nung itinambal siya kay Tirso Cruz III. Ang tambalan nila ang isa sa pinakasikat sa buong bansa noon. May fans club pa sila na tinatawag na Guy and Pip, at milyon-milyon ang sumusubaybay sa kanila. Pero mas lalong tumatak si Nora Aunor nang pasukin niya ang mas seryosong pag-arte. Isa sa mga pinaka-iconic niyang pelikula ay ang Himala, na ipinalabas noong 1982. Sa pelikulang ito, ginampanan niya si Elsa, isang babaeng sinasabing nakakita ng Birheng Maria. Ang linyang Walang Himala ay isa na ngayon sa pinakamaalamat na linya sa pelikulang Pilipino. Bukod sa Himala, gumawa rin siya ng mga pelikulang Tatlong Taong Walang Diyos, Bona, Minsay Isang Gamo-Gamo, at The Floor Contemplation Story. Lahat ay tumanggap ng papuri mula sa mga kritiko. Kaya naman binansagan siyang The Superstar. Siya ang unang aktres na naging ganito kasikat at minahal ng masa. May sarili siyang fanbase, mga album na mabenta, at sunod-sunod na blockbuster films. Hindi lang sa Pilipinas, nakilala rin si Nora sa ibang bansa. Nanalo siya ng mga international awards at naging kinatawan ng sining Pilipino sa mga international film festivals tulad ng Venice, Cairo, at Tokyo. Sa kasagsagan ng kanyang karera, ang pangalang Nora Aunor ay naging simbolo ng isang artistang mula sa masa, para sa masa, at minamahal ng masa. Isa siyang alamat na nilikha ng talento at tiwala ng sambayanan. Kahit superstar na si Nora Aunor, hindi naging madali ang lahat para sa kanya. Katulad ng maraming sikat, dumaan din siya sa matitinding pagsubok sa buhay at karera. Noong dekada 2090, nagsimula ng humina ang kanyang kasikatan. Pumasok ang mga bagong artista, at nabawasan ang mga pelikula at shows na ginagawa niya. Bukod doon, nasangkot din siya sa ilang kontrobersya. Isa sa mga pinaka-pinag-usapang issue ay ang pagkawala ng kanyang boses. Sa Amerika, sumailalim siya sa operasyon sa lalamunan na naging sanhi ng pagkasira ng kanyang tinig. Para sa isang singer na tulad niya, sobrang sakit nito. Isa itong malaking dagok sa kanyang pagkatao. Maliban doon, nadawit din siya sa mga personal na problema, kabilang na ang isyu ng paggamit ng ipinagbabawal na gamot. Noong 2005, inaresto siya sa Amerika dahil umano sa pagdadala ng illegal na droga. Bagamat hindi siya nakulong ng matagal, matinding tama ito sa kanyang pangalan at reputasyon. Pero sa kabila ng lahat, hindi siya sumuko. Unti-unti siyang bumalik. Noong 2012, ginawaran siya ng National Commission for Culture and the Arts ng National Artist for Film and Broadcast Arts. Pero hindi ito agad na-aprobahan ng Malacanang. Maraming natuwa, pero marami rin ang nadismaya nang hindi siya pinayagan ng dating administrasyon. Pero noong 2022, sa ilalim ng bagong pamahalaan, sa wakas, kinilala na siya bilang isang pambansang alagad ng sining. Isa ito sa pinakamataas na parangal na pwedeng matanggap ng isang Pilipino sa larangan ng sining. Sa dami ng pinagdaanan ni Nora Aunor, hindi may kakailan na napakalaki ng naiambag niya sa industriya ng pelikula at musika sa Pilipinas. Unang-una, ang kanyang mga pelikula ay hindi lang basta aliwan. Marami sa mga ito ay may lalim, may aral, at may tapang na ipakita ang tunay na buhay ng karaniwang Pilipino. Mga kwento ng kahirapan, pananampalataya, sakripisyo, at pagmamahal sa bayan. Hindi na mabilang ang mga awards at parangal na natanggap niya. Maraming artista ngayon ang nagsasabing inspirasyon nila si Nora Aunor. Kahit mga sikat na aktres tulad ni Vilma Santos, Judy Anzan Santos, at Eugene Domingo. Lahat sila ay humahanga at nagpapakumbaba sa harap ng isang tulad ni Nora. Hindi rin matatawaran ang koneksyon niya sa masa. Kahit anong estado ng buhay mo, may pelikula o kanta si Nora na tiyak mong mararamdaman. Kasi siya rin, galing sa hirap, kaya alam niya kung ano ang totoo. Hanggang ngayon, pinag-aaralan pa sa mga film school ang kanyang estilo ng pag-arte. Hindi siya yung tipong sumisigaw o madramang sobra. Simple lang, pero totoo. Ramdam sa mata, sa kilos, sa katahimikan. Ang kanyang legacy ay hindi lang nakasulat sa mga parangal o play. Nasa puso ito ng bawat Pilipinong lumaki, tumawa, at lumuha sa mga kwento niyang ipinakita sa pelikula. Noong ika-17 ng Abril taong 2025, tuluyan nang namaalam si Nora Aunor sa edad na 71. Ayon sa ulat ng kanyang pamilya, pumanaw siya dahil sa complications ng sakit sa baga. Matagal na raw niyang pinagdadaanan ng problema sa kalusugan, pero lingid ito sa kaalaman ng marami. Tahimik ang naging laban niya sa sakit. Ilang taon na rin siyang hindi aktibo sa showbiz, at ayon sa mga malalapit sa kanya, mas pinili na lang niyang mamahinga at mapalapit sa pamilya. Sa mga huling taon niya, naging pribado na ang kanyang buhay. Pero kahit hindi na siya madalas makita sa telebisyon o pelikula, hindi siya nakalimutan ng mga tao. Tuwing may parangal, may selebrasyon, o kahit mga simpleng pagbabalik tanaw, palaging binabanggit ang kanyang pangalan. Ganoon siya kalalim sa puso ng bayan. Nang mabalita ang kanyang pagpanaw, mamahagad ng pakikiramay sa social media, mga fans, kapwa-artista, at mga simpleng tao, lahat nagbigay pugay. Marami ang nagsabing bahagi na ng kanilang kabataan at buhay ang mga kanta at pelikula ni Nora Aunor. Ikaw, ano ang pinaka-maaalala mo kay Nora Aunor? E-comment mo na yan sa baba at pag-usapan natin.
Okay, well, thank you very much. May her soul rest in peace. I still remember Nora Aunor when I was a young boy dyan sa Pilipinas, and yeah, almost all ang mga movies ni Nora Aunor po, no? I was a young boy. Mga love stories yan, mga movies ni Nora Aunor, and it really hit sa mga teenagers po. Magaling si Nora Aunor, and unfortunately, para sa akin lang, no, she should have got that title as a national artist long time ago, but it was only during the time of President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, wherein she was named, no, as one of the national artists po of the Philippines. So may her soul rest in peace, and condolences to the children, to the family, immediate family of Nora Aunor. And this program is dedicated to Nora Aunor, no? For her passing. Yesterday yan po, April 16, namatay si Nora Aunor. Nandito pa, I will show you another footage of Nora Aunor. And ito po, let's listen. Let's listen po. Sandali. Tribute tayo kay Nora Aunor.
Posibleng ilibing sa libingan ng mga bayani si Nora Aunor na pumanaw na kagabi. Ito ay dahil bukod sa tinagurian itong nag-iisang superstar ng Pilipinas, ay idineklara din siya bilang isang national artist ng bansa sa bisa ng Proclamation No. 1390 na pinirmahan noong taong 2022 ni former President Rodrigo Duterte, at base din sa Presidential Decree No. 208 na pinirmahan noong taong Hunyo 1973 ni former President Ferdinand Marcos. Ang Presidential Decree No. 208 June 7, 1973, granting certain privileges and honors to national artists and creating a special fund for the purpose. Sa kasamaang palad ay pumanaw na si Nora Aunor kagabi dahil sa sakit nito sa baga. Matatandaan na noong nakaraang taong 2022 ay isinugod sa ospital si Nora Aunor dahil hirap ito sa paghinga kung saan kinailangan siyang kabitan ng oxygen. Dahil dito hindi nakadalo ng personal si Nora Aunor sa Malacanang para tanggapin ang kanyang award bilang National Artist for Film noong Hunyo 16, 2022. Sa pamamagitan ng social media post ay naglabas ng saloobin si Lotlot de Leon tungkol sa pagpanaw ng kanyang ina na si Nora Aunor. Matatandaan na nagkaroon noon ng mahabang hidwaan at away sa pagitan nila ni Nora Aunor. Sa social media say pa ni Lotlot de Leon, Nora Aunor, May 21, 1953, April 16, 2025. It is with deep sorrow that we announce the passing of Nora Aunor, beloved mother, celebrated television and movie actress, and a true national artist of the Philippines. Born on May 21st, 1953, she touched generations with her unmatched talent, grace, and passion for the craft. Her voice, presence, and artistry shaped a legacy that will never fade. She was a star, not only on screen, but in the hearts of many, and stars like hers never stop shining. Funeral service details to follow. We thank everyone for their love and support, and ask for continued prayers during this time of mourning. Her light lives on, forever loved, never forgotten. Naglabas din ng reaksyon si Matet de Leon, kaugnay ng pagpanaw ng kanyang ina na si Nora Aunor. Matatandaan din na nakahidwaan din noon ni Matet de Leon si Nora Aunor. Sa social media, inihayag ni Matet kung gaano daw niya kamahal ang kanyang mami. Ipinost pa nito ang larawan niya kasama ang kanyang ina. Sa caption say ni Matet, "I love you, Mommy." Makikita naman sa comment section na maraming mga artista ang nagpaabot ng pakikiramay kay Matet sa pagpanaw ng kanyang ina, kabilang narito si Claudine Barreto. Nagpahayag din ng pakikiramay ang mahigpit na karibal noon sa showbiz ni Nora Aunor na si Vilma Santos. Sa Instagram story nito, say ni Vilma Santos, "Our sincerest condolences and prayers. Rest in peace, Mare. Miss Nora Aunor, our superstar, our national artist. Maraming salamat." Ayon sa anak ni Nora Aunor na si Ian De Leon, ilalabas daw nila ngayong araw o bukas ang detalye sa libing at burol ni Nora Aunor. Subalit ayon sa inisyal na ulat, posibleng sa libingan ng mga bayani ilibing si Nora Aunor. Ito ay dahil noong 2022 ay idiniklara siya bilang national artist ng bansa ni former President Rodrigo Duterte noong June 10, 2022 sa pamamagitan ng Proclamation No. 1390, Nora Cabatera Villamayor. Sa bisa naman ng Presidential Decree No. 208 June 7, 1973, granting certain privileges and honors to national artists and creating a special fund for the purpose. Magkakaroon ng mga benepisyo si Nora Aunor bilang isang national artist ng bansa, tulad ng 10,000 piso sa cash, life pension na nagkakahalaga ng 2,000 piso bawat buwan, medical and hospitalization benefits, lifetime insurance policy na nagkakahalaga ng 50,000 piso, pagbibigay-pugay sa kanya sa mga pagtitipon-tipon na may kinalaman sa kanyang pagiging national artists. At bukod dito ay magkakaroon din ng state funeral kung sakaling pumanaw ito, kung saan lahat ng magiging gastos sa kanyang libing ay sasagutin ng gobyerno. Inaasahan na maglalabas ng kautusan si President Bongbong Marcos para sa magiging state funeral ni Nora Aunor bilang isang national artist ng Pilipinas. Kaugnay nito nagsalita na si Bongbong Marcos ngayong araw sa pagpanaw ng national artist na si Nora Aunor sa pamamagitan ng Presidential Communications Office. Naglabas ng pahayag si Bongbong Marcos. Ipinaabot ni Pangulong Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. ang kanyang pakikiramay sa pagpanaw ng national artist for film na si Nora Aunor, na kinilala bilang isang consummate actress, singer, at film producer na naghandog ng mahigit 5 dekada ng kahusayan sa sining at kulturang Pilipino.
President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. Message of condolence on the passing of national artist Nora Aunor. I join the nation in mourning the passing of our national artist for film, Nora Aunor, Nora Cabatera Villamayor in real life. Throughout her splendid career that spanned more than 50 years, she was our consummate actress, singer, and film producer. At the young age of 23, she began producing films that will forever be part of the national heritage, Banawe, Bona, and Tatlong Tawang Walang Dios. Her other stellar performances can be found in Himala, Thy Womb, and The Flow Contemplation Story. She has won national and international awards for her performances. Her golden voice was a balm for all. Her genius was a gift to the Filipino nation. I offer my heartfelt condolences to Nora Aunor's family, friends, and the film industry itself. Let us pray together for the eternal repose of the soul of our beloved national artist.
Samantala, inilabas na ni Lotlot de Leon ang schedule ng burol ng kanyang ina na si Nora Aunor. Ayon dito, magaganap ang burol ni Nora Aunor simula ngayong araw, April 17 hanggang April 2022. Sa Heritage Park, Taguig, sa Chapels 7, 8 at 9.
Alright, dyan po ang balita ni passing of actress Nora Aunor. Nora Aunor, I still remember her when during my younger days, I used to watch her movies po. Maganda mga movies niya. Love stories palagi po, together with ang tandem niya palagi si Tirso Cruz III. Tirso Cruz III. And yes, she is an actress, a very good actress. She is a singer, a very good singer, and a producer po, film producer din po, si Nora Aunor. And if you remember, last year, October, during the filing of certificate of candidacy, yun mga politicians. Now, she also submitted her application, hoping to be a congresswoman, no? During this midterm election, May 12 scheduled po, no? And she was the first nominee representing isang party list dyan po, I forgot the name of the party list, but she's the first nominee yan po. And sana, sayang lang, no? Nauna na siya sa atin, hindi na naghintay sa midterm election kasi may sakit si Nora Aunor. But anyway, just the same, me and my family would like to extend our deepest condolences to the family of Nora Aunor, as well as may she rest in peace. So yan po ang latest developments natin about ang passing of Nora Aunor. Nora, the actress, Filipino actress. Maliit na babae lang yun po, si Nora. Si Nora Aunor po. But very good. I tell you, she's a very good actress. Alright. Now, since we are celebrating itong, or observing itong Holy Week natin po ngayon, no? Since Sunday, Palm Sunday yun po, no? Palm Sunday hanggang next Sunday, that will be Easter Sunday po, no? So, may mga observation, we must make it as solemn as possible po. Because Holy Week ito po. Tomorrow will be, or tonight, we are going to see the reenactment of the Last Supper of Jesus Christ. And then, on Friday, yun na po ang crucifixion of Jesus Christ po. No? Crucifixion of Jesus Christ. And he will die, he will be crucified, and take his last breath at 3 p.m. Every Roman Catholic churches dito sa Malaysia, or anywhere sa Pilipinas, or any part in this world. Now, mayroon yan po, Eucharistic celebration po, tomorrow. Tomorrow po. Yun, we call it Good Friday. Bukas, Good Friday. Sabi nga, namatay na ang Panginoon. Jesus Christ died on Friday. Why do you call it Good Friday? Why do you call it Good Friday? See? So some people are asking, bakit? Namatay na, good pa? No. As far as I know, why we call it Good Friday? Why we call it Good Friday? Because it is the day, on a Friday, tomorrow, Jesus Christ saved us from the sin. Na kompleto po. He completed His mission in this world because He wants to save the people from the sin. So only to accomplish His mission, He has to die at 3 o'clock, Friday, 3 o'clock. And that happened at 3 o'clock Friday. That's why we call it Good Friday, because good for us. We've been saved. Saved na tayo po. Saved na tayo. Jesus Christ came to the world to save us from the sin. And that was His mission. That's why we say Good Friday. Others were saying, why you have to say it Good Friday when in fact your God died on a Friday, on that day? So now, I hope you will have this, for those who doesn't know, now you will have the idea already for why we call it Good Friday. We call it Good Friday because it is the day God, Jesus Christ, accomplished His mission in this world. And what is His mission? His mission is to save us from sin. And He has to die to complete His mission. And on Sunday, as what He keep on saying, that He will be risen from the death. And that will happen on on Sunday. And we call it Easter Sunday. Time for us to rejoice. Kasi bumalik na siya. He went back to His Father, Almighty Father, sa heaven po. So that is Good Friday. Anyway, since we are talking about Holy Week today, I just want to announce or remind ang mga politicians and supporters of politicians po for the midterm election. This is the announcement of the Commission on Elections of the Philippines or in the Philippines. Campaigning including online. Remember, campaigning including online is banned starting today, the Holy Thursday, until midnight of Good Friday. Until tomorrow midnight. The Commission on Election of COMELEC announced it's just 2 days and it won't be much of a loss for politicians to pause on campaigning and just take a rest. COMELEC Chairman George Garcia said yesterday in Filipino. 2 days lang yan po, stop. Kunting respeto, show respect. God, Jesus Christ will be dying tomorrow. So, stop any activities of campaigning, of political activities po. Only 2 days lang yan. Today and tomorrow. Until midnight tomorrow. Yan po ang sabi ang COMELEC Chairman George Garcia. He said the COMELEC has no problem with politicians organizing pabasa and distributing food to participants. No problem if you want to distribute the food during the processions tonight or tomorrow. But if they use the occasion to campaign, then that's another story, Garcia said. The poll chief urged the public to use social media to expose candidates violating the ban on campaigning on Holy Thursday and Good Friday. Campaigning at the resort is also prohibited today, Thursday and Friday. It is considered an election offense and could be a ground for disqualification of a candidate if found violating this policy or ruling. Candidates and political parties with online campaign platforms would be allowed to continue on Sunday. This is without prejudice to the appropriate sanctions or legal actions should the online campaign platform of the candidate or party be subsequently found to be in violation of COMELEC rules and regulations and applicable laws through the monitoring of the task force KKK as KKK sa halalan, the COMELEC said. Former Senator Francis Pangilinan, who is taking another shot at the Senate, is urging fellow candidates to take a break from noisy campaign jingles and join the Filipino faithful in reflection and prayer this Holy Week. So, ibig sabihin, if you look at the campaign strategies in the Philippines, these politicians, they have their own political jingles. And every time they go out sa street for campaign sorties po, they will be playing their own political or campaign jingles po. So, COMELEC says, today and tomorrow, And Saturday, please, don't play your jingles. Resume your campaigning on Sunday. Resume your campaigning on Sunday po. That is very clear. Very clear. If you violate, then you can risk being disqualified from the race. Whatever position, local positions you are vying for. So, ingat lang kayo po. Ingat lang kayo. So, that's the reminder of the COMELEC. Let us devote this Holy Week to our religious obligations po. Tama muna. Stop the campaigning, political campaigning po. You will not lose much po if you will stop campaigning for 2 days. 2 days lang yan po. After that, you can proceed or continue with your campaign sorties po. Campaign sorties. So, don't forget. Don't forget, politicians and candidates, please observe these regulations of COMELEC. Regulation of COMELEC. Okay, this time around, I would like to, since we are already in this election po, I just want to share with you another footage po. Itong footage is talking about, remember, yesterday, I was reporting to you, o dito po sa NikTok, the Real Talk with Nico, about the decline of the trust and approval rating of incumbent President Bongbong Marcos, decline of trust and approval rating of Senate President Chis Escudero, the decline of approval and trust rating of Speaker of the House, si Martin Romualdez, and the upward trend of the trust and approval rating of Vice President Inday Sara Duterte by Pulse Asia Report. Now, here is this video clip na mayroon silang po ng interview sa top official, ang presidente yata ito po, si Ronald Holmes ng Pulse Asia, and she or he answered ang mga questions ng host ng Big Story. Big Story, a TV program po dyan sa Pilipinas yesterday. And let's listen to this interview for your information. Hindi ito fake news. Hindi ito fake news. Nandito po. Let's listen to this.
To what factors would you attribute the stark difference, the drop of BBM and the rise in SARS figures?
Anyway, good evening, Sean and Pauline. So one factors, one, I think the president is being held accountable for a number of deficiencies. This is seen largely in the administration's rating in addressing the most urgent concerns. If you look at the most urgent concern, that's controlling inflation or the high prices of basic commodities and services. The administration has been getting almost 8 out of 10 disapproval from December 2024. So in this case, what we can see is that this is a continuation of probably of the lack of appreciation of government's performance in that regard. We cannot also rule out the impact of political events, most especially the most recent one, the one that came preceding the survey, and this is the arrest of the former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. The possibility that the narrative that has been spun by the Duterte camp, that the President was kidnapped, that due process was not in any way observed. And this is covered in a Reuters report in terms of the massive disinformation that has come about soon after the arrest. And this might have impact on public perception with regard to the trustworthiness of the President.
Will this then impact the elections, the senatorial slate of the administration may take a hit? If we recall, Ronald, noong I think midterm elections during Gloria Macapagal Arroyo's time, the administration slate did very poorly.
Well, it's a different context now when we talk about 2007 and in 2025. In 2007, definitely the administration of Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo was saddled with legitimacy issues that came about from the beginning on the supposed or alleged wholesale cheating in the 2004 elections. So that was a problem. Eventually, the politicians were essentially divided into two camps. One for the lawyer camp, the Team Unity, and the other one for what was referred to as a genuine opposition. So it was a much more polarized election. And in that case, essentially the opposition won because of, as I said, the legitimacy question. In 2025, what we have is that we have an alliance on the part of administration. It's an alliance among political parties. I think there are 5 political parties there. So the candidates can be regarded as basically belonging to political parties that are not ideologically different. But those political parties have their own bases. Let's say the Nationalist People's Coalition, the Nationalist Party, I forgot the other parties in the coalition. But and these candidates can also run on their own. They're essentially nationally prominent senators that are trying to come back, incumbent senators for that matter. So they can do their campaign on their own, and we've seen how certain candidates of the alliance are actually breaking away from the joint campaign and trying to take on the campaign on their own individually in tandem with prominent local candidates. So
But
they're
we
trying
do
to
see, Ronald, if I may interrupt,
Alright, yan po ang Pulse Asia President, if I'm not mistaken, si Ronald Holmes, answering questions sa host ng Big Story yan po sa Maynila. Pero I see, kung kaya pa natin, ilan pa mga footages that I can share with you, no? Sandali po, mayroon pa tayo dito. Let me share with you itong footage pa ni Mr. Ronald.
Going a bit more collectively when the Alliance candidate in order to insulate themselves from whatever would be the impact of the political turbulence caused by the rift between the Dutertes and the Marcos. They're basically walking on 2 legs. The joint Alliance campaign and their own individual initiatives. You don't see that in terms of the PDP Laban. They're a little bit more, as I said, more collective. They tend to present themselves. The PDP Laban itself doesn't have that many candidates. They just brought in guest candidates, right? And there are 10 of them. So it's more a collective campaign relative to the state Alliance. And that's the reason that I am saying that administration candidates can really insulate themselves from whatever would be the backlash that the president is faced with, or the disapproval and distrust, majority disapproval and distrust that the president received.
and we are seeing that happening already.
We've seen it happen in the past 2 weeks, and we're going to see it happen in the next 3 weeks, soon after the Holy Week break.
But if we can,
Alright, that's it. And one more. I can share with you another video of Mr. Ronald. So, continuation yun po ng interview nila. And, nandito po.
The recovery actually happened in February when we saw BP Sala's numbers going back to a simple majority, both in terms of approval and trust. And this was right after the impeachment case that was filed against her. What happened in February was that her approval performance and trust ratings actually increased in the Visayas. It was still less than a majority in the Palace of Luzon and the National Capital Region. The reason for her increase in this March survey is really a further recovery in the Visayas and a substantive increase in terms of approval and trust in the National Capital Region, which is a region where both Bongbong Marcos and Sara Duterte are actually garnered support in the last election. So she's back to majority approval in the National Capital Region. She moved up by 22 percentage points in the National Capital Region and 17 points in Visayas, and that accounts for the 7 percentage point increase in terms of her approval nationally. as well as in her trust rating for that matter, which is higher than her approval rating.
Okay.
Alright, that's it. Yan po, narinig natin po ang some statement na coming from Pulse Asia Big Boss, si Ronald Holmes, no? About ano nangyari po sa, sabihin natin, yon bakit nag-dive ang approval and trust rating ni Bongbong Marcos, President Bongbong Marcos, as well as the Senate President, si Chis Escudero, as well as the Speaker of the House, si Martin Romualdez. On the contrary, the trust and approval rating of Vice President Inday Sara Duterte, despite all this hua-hua impeachment trial, and what happened to her father, no? Now in the Netherlands, under the custody of the International Criminal Court po, the trust rating of Inday Sara Duterte po has started rocketing up, no? Rocketing up po, no? And last year, medyo na ano sila yan po, yun when they're filing, before the decision to file a impeachment complaint against Sara Duterte, ang Kongreso po, medyo bumaba na po ang trust rating and approval rating of Inday Sara Duterte. But now, after the March 11 incident wherein the government helped execute ang warrant of arrest, requested by Interpol, and the warrant of arrest coming from ICC po, bigla na lang, no? Bigla na lang na tumaas na po ang trust and approval rating of Inday Sara Duterte. So whether we like it or not po, this incident ng March 11 po has something to do with what is happening now, the performance or outcome, or the, sabihin natin, ang outlook ng mga Filipinos po, no? Regarding ang Marcos administration po. Marcos administration. It is very important for the Marcos or for President Bongbong Marcos na midterm election is very important. Normally, mga kandidato yan po, or during the midterm election po, they will be with the administration. Administration po. Nandun na lahat mga resources and kailangan nyo po. No? Kailangan nyo po because after 3 years, by election na po for the new president of the country. But record shows now po, si Marcos is creating a new record po sa Pilipinas when it comes to trusting and approval rating ng presidente. Malayo talaga po. If we were to compare, same period ngayon, ang trust rating ni Tatay Digong and ang trust rating ni Bongbong Marcos ngayon po, malayo talaga si Bongbong Marcos. And obviously, nakita natin na ang mga Filipinos, they appreciated the style of leadership of Rodrigo Roa Duterte as a president of the Philippines. And of course, both parties, be it Alyansa para sa Bagong Pilipinas, which is headed by Bongbong Marcos, and of course, the Philippine Laban, ang kalaban ng Team Marcos, spearheaded by former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, both of them, including mga independent na, but let's not talk about the independent anymore because both parties are now campaigning for straight votes. Straight votes yun po. Straight votes. Para at least they will be strong if they form the most of them will be a part of the government after the midterm election. So yun na po. Straight voting na ang kampanya. Everybody wants PDP Laban, those are supporting the PDP Laban, the President is calling, urging you to vote everybody, candidates of PDP Laban, including guest candidates. On the other side, Marcos is also calling the Filipinos, qualified voters, to vote straight for the candidates of Alyansa para sa Bagong Pilipinas. Yan po. So let's see, it's another 27, 26 days lang po. Then election na po. And for overseas voters, Filipino voters, voting has started. Voting has started already last Sunday, Palm Sunday, and it will continue until May 12th. Closing time of polling centers on May 12th will be at 7 p.m. Simultaneous po, it will close. Ang voting precincts for overseas, mga online po, it will also close at 7 p.m. Diyan sa Pilipinas po, will also close at 7 p.m. on May 12 po. And then counting will start. Counting start. I visited the Philippine Embassy in Kuala Lumpur this morning. And yeah, I got some informations na mayroon na po dumating last Sunday sa Philippine Embassy dito sa Kuala Lumpur. May dumating na mga Filipinos who wanted to or ask for some assistance regarding on how to go for online voting po, no? For online voting. So, dumating na sila and the embassy staff, ang COMELEC staff dyan po sa Philippine Embassy sa Kuala Lumpur, dito sa Kuala Lumpur po, they managed to assist and most of them who came down to the embassy, they went home with a big smile. In other words, nakatulong po ang embahada natin sa mga Filipinos natin po who a little bit blurred on how to go for online voting. Online voting po. And Holy Week period, Sunday hanggang Sunday po, hanggang next Sunday, open ang Philippine Embassy only for those who wants to vote. Those who want to vote, to cast their votes. Pwede kayo pupunta sa Philippine Embassy tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, and until May 12 po. Saturday, Sunday is not holiday for those who want to vote. You can go to the embassy. And I already requested ang staff dyan po sa Philippine Embassy this morning if they can give me some informations and I will try to come out ang mga procedures or steps how to go for online voting, especially para dyan po sa mga Filipino voters dyan sa Sabah and Sarawak, no? Kasi malayo sila dito sa Kuala Lumpur. I'm going to publish it sa newspaper namin, ang Daily Express, no? The only independent newspaper dyan sa Sabah. And at the same time, I will make sure that I will keep on repeating ang mga steps on how to go for online voting po during my daily program. Unfortunately po, a thousand apology. I think that tomorrow I won't be doing blogging because it's Good Friday and I will devote myself more on itong religious obligations natin. Siguro I'll be back, ang program natin, NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico, will resume program Saturday siguro or Sunday, no? Saturday or Sunday. But anyway, you will be informed on when I'm going to resume. But definitely, tomorrow, wala tayong NikTok, The Real Talk with Nico. Hanggang dito na lang po. Once again, si Nico Fabian would like to say thank you very much for making me a part of your day today. Kababayan ko, friends ko, I would like to extend my greetings to all of you. Advance Easter Sunday sa inyong lahat. Let us continue to make this week, Holy Week talaga po. And tomorrow, especially tomorrow, let us devote tomorrow Friday to our Creator po. Because we are going to experience again and be reminded again the crucifixion of our Savior Jesus Christ tomorrow po. And then Black Saturday, vigil, and then the following day, Sunday, we are going to rejoice the rising of Jesus Christ po. He will be going back to heaven, and that will be the end of our 40 days fasting. In fact, 40 days fasting will end tonight, no? Tonight po. You can buka puasa na po, no? But the majority of us would prefer to do it, the buka puasa, on a Sunday po. On Sunday. So with this, I would like to say again, I'll see you Saturday or Sunday. Bye. I love you.